Good morning, everyone. Here, Emanuele Nusca with you, the Politicator, to talk about all the options to shape a perfect choice, which is a poll that uses this dual voting system. So in this video, we will go through the website, which is only in Italian for now. So this video is basically a translation to show how you to show how you can shape and model any perfect choice. These I'm going to show you basically are anyway option that should be included in any voting process. Doesn't matter which method you're going to use at the end, and you will understand this later. Okay, so first of all, another quick thing for the people that doesn't know the website, the website doesn't know the method. You have an English link here. If you move here, you will find the user manual link here. You go in here, you can download the user manual and understand how this dual vote works. You can find it available in many languages. Okay, but again, for the English audience for the world audience, the website is not available yet. Just the Italian side is usable and can be operated by Italian users. So I'm going to show you how it works. So first we log in. Okay, username, password, as usual in any website. So once you are in, these two buttons will swap in La Mia Urna, which is a dashboard we're going to explore soon, or create a perfect choice, create a poll. So let's explore this first. Here you have your dashboard, basically, where you can see all your activity. So my perfect choice that are running now, there is none at the moment. My draft perfect choices here, I can edit. Okay. My concluded polls that somehow concern me because I like that poll, because I can vote on that polls. So those perfect choice will appear here. And my preferred perfect choice, the perfect choices that I sign, and as well my profile where you can edit your profile. So this is the basic of your dashboard. And now we are going to see and explore the most interesting part is how to create a perfect choice. So let's dig into any options. These are this is the first of 3 pages. And why we have 3 pages and not only one? Because the second and third pages options will change accordingly to what we program in the first page here. So let's start to fill some field. In any field, you have a title and you have an information box. If you click here, you can write all the information to fill any field. So any field, it's self-guided basically. You can see the option for any field. It explains punctually what you are going to write into this field. So this is the name, the title of this perfect choice. So try one. Okay, you choose a category.
It's 12 hours.
For example, yeah, here in Italy is just 12 hours now. Another kind. You put the option 1. I'm going to write something, otherwise the system will not allow me to proceed. Option 3, and then here you can add, of course, as many options you want. Okay, and you fill with the name of the options. Then you can choose an image, choose file for this perfect choice, because yes, at the end, once a perfect choice will be complete and launched, yeah, you will have a kind of this. So you will see the preview. If you click on it, you will have all the things you programmed and your image here, all the writings. Yeah, we go back into the programming page. So here you can put the image. Here you can put a text, describe your all, okay, and so on and so forth. You can put links, whatever, a description. Now, here the interesting part starts, because up to now it's everything, basically standard things. So now here in this section, option to choose the timing of the developing of this perfect choice. What this means, that any poll can, for example, you choose the first option, start immediately after the activation. It means when I finish the process of putting all my data and my timings and everything, it will start straight again. Or it starts at a date and time, at a certain date and time. So it means that if you click this option, you can later on, and I will show you, program a date and time where to start, and of course where to end. Or third options, this will start after a debate phase. What it means that the perfect choice will be published, but still you have programmed a certain window of time before the actual voting process starts in that poll, where you can debate on the option, and the creator of that perfect choice can have access into it only to change the options until the date of the voting that starts, and that cannot be changed anyway. All the data, all the dates and times needs to be programmed in advance and cannot be changed, of course, later. But we can change only the option with this of a perfect choice if we click here. I will leave this here because this is the case where we have many different options later, so I can show you better. So this is very important field, the last one, because this field here, who can vote, who can have access to this poll, to this perfect choice. So this now is very, very basic, and we have just 3 options, but eventually this will be the most complicated part of the whole system, because the system needs to know some data of the user, so he can open or restrict the access to the poll based to the will of the creator or the the needs of the specific poll. So let's see. Any user. So if you click here, anyone on the website is subscribed, of course, and has an account, can vote on the poll you are going to publish. So anyone, and in this case you can just let know this perfect choice, the ones you want. You just put emails here, and the system will send emails. Again, every explain is here on what happened. Every field has its own info box, as you can see. Okay. So this basically is an option for polls that really regarding world issue or larger issues where anyone can express their vote. Okay. Second option, the most easy and maybe wanted, a certain group of users. So which group? Yeah. Now we don't know. We don't have options to create groups inside this system. So you have to create manually the list of the user that can have access. And in this case, if you type names here, the system will show all the names are present. For example, here it's me. If I click here, yes, I will be allowed to vote. For example, yeah, this is another person. It's my sister. Now she's allowed to vote. So I have to create the group. I need to do this in this phase because, as you can imagine, the grouping things needs requires a set of programming and a set of call it social network skills that the website doesn't have at the moment. Or every user that is in a certain location, that resides in a certain city or location, and how the system knows this, because we ask in the moment of the registration of the account, where do you live? And this is a mandatory data. It means that here, as you see, anytime I click on a different option, a different fields open here, because you have to choose the location where this poll is allowed. For example, my town is called L'Aquila. If I want to make a poll that regards only the people that lives in a certain area, a certain city, a certain region, I type here, and the system will understand. Of course, this is based on the Italian database, because in Italy we have, of course, cities, communes, provinces. So the system can know and recognize which user coming from where, because they put this data in. So that's how the system is going to limit the audience of a perfect choice to a certain audience. Okay. And this is an additional options that I wanted, that appears when you choose this option. Every user that stays in a certain city, in a certain place, and it says, I, as a first creator of this perfect choice, allow myself to vote in this poll, even if I do not, if I'm not a resident in the place where this poll has interest. And you can choose yes or no. What this means? The perfect choice is easy, but is also complicated. So maybe someone can ask someone else to open and manage their perfect choice. So in this case, I can be the creator for a perfect choice that regards, for example, Rome, which is not my town. So the system will not allow me to vote, but I can choose, if I put yes, to allow me, only me, that I'm the creator of this perfect choice, to vote in this perfect choice if maybe the will of the people that wants me to program this perfect choice wants as well me as for example, an element of randomness somehow, because I'm not affected from that really in first person from that decision, because I live in another city, but they can put me, whether or not this is an option. Is there. You don't have to use it, but it's there for some reason that we will discover later. So it doesn't matter here. We can leave this here, a group of users, and now we move to the next to the second page. The second page is regards every option, how to visualize the results of and other data of this perfect choice. So the first field is they define the public that wants to that can visualize this perfect choice. Every user or the group of user, but this function is not ready yet, because this needs a lot of programming, and for now we are in beta test, we don't need this anyway. So the only option you can click is every user on the web can visualize. What this means, that any user can see your poll, as I showed you before, but of course it is not allowed to vote, because who is allowed to vote you choose in the previous page. So next field, how you want the classification, the ranks of the results are published. So when you want the results of this perfect choice being published, and again here you have all the explains. So you want it during the poll and updated in real time. It means as soon as someone votes, the vote will appear in the results, if the poll is not over yet. Or if you want at the end of the poll, okay, or if you want that published after a certain suspense time. It means that you can program in the last page, in the third page, that regards the timing. Third page is especially for the timing. It will appear another timing option where you will decide the timing after the end of the poll where the results will be shown. So this is how you want the result to be published, basically. Next field, how you want the open vote to be published. So if you want to see what people voted or not, so you can choose never. So in this case, the vote will be and remain secret. So no vote will be associated to or linked to any account. Or all the other options, of course, will show who voted what. And again, you can choose during the poll, so updating in real time, or at the end of the poll, or after a certain time of suspense. So you can program the visualization and the release of data of any field with this on the page number 2. Other section, how you want the list of voters to be published. So never again. So you won't know who voted in that poll, or during the poll again in real time. So as soon as someone votes, it will show that that person voted in that poll, or again at the end of the poll, or again after a suspense time at the end of the poll, after the end of the poll. Or in this case, when you want the list of invited, of the people that have access to this poll to be published. Never, again, never. What is it is different. So because these are the people that is invited and that sorry, it's the opposite. This is the invited people, so the people that have access to this poll, and this is the among these people who voted. So you can visualize or not anything. If you choose never, you don't visualize this data, or you can choose the time where to visualize this data. Okay, I will leave this option here because the important thing is the last one, so it will add another time on the page number 3, and we move to the page number 3 because this is full now. It's ready. So page number 3 is timing. So you have to define the timing of this perfect choice, because any choice, any poll needs to have a starting time and the closing time, because they cannot last forever, right? We have to take a decision at a certain time. And also the timing could be an argument of discussion, but however, we will leave this for later. And that's why, anyway, we have a first and only creator for one perfect choice for certain reasons that we will understand later, maybe. Okay, so again, here you have all the explain and how to program and why you have to program all the time, and all the limitation you have, because of course you cannot put 3 years, 4 years, Paul. We put a certain restriction. For example, we have a minimum time. The minimum time is set for every step is 15 minutes, and the maximum time allowed up to now, I think it's 6 months for maximum for a poll. However, this is not an issue. If someone needs more time or needs to shape a different timing option, it's easy to change. So let's begin here. So date and time. So the first field, which you cannot change, and as you can see, it moves because this is the actual time, and this time will be recorded when you will activate this perfect choice. So if you save a draft, the time you have to review the timings, of course, because anyway, maybe you will open tomorrow and you save the data for today, so the system will not save the dates and timing you program if you save a draft. And I think it's pretty obvious, these things. So we need this time because this is the first time, this is the activation time. It means that the perfect choice is complete and the creator just click here and start that perfect choice. That, as a smart contract, will follow the deprogrammed time, and nobody can do nothing. Even the creator of the perfect choice cannot touch it anymore. Whether he programmed, if he was wrong, he cannot touch it. You leave it there and start again a new one. Okay, so this is kind of blockchain system that you cannot change things that are started for someone else as well. So this data is the first timing, the activation time. So then you have to decide the date and time of the end of the debate phase of this perfect choice, because you remember in the first page, you can move back, we selected here that we want this perfect choice after a debating time, where people can argue on the option, can change, can add more. Okay, if I put another option here, of course the timing will be very, very different. You see, now I have only 3 times because I put the most simple case, which start immediately and it just end. So I have just 1 time to put, and another time because here I put some suspense. If I don't have the suspense and I want everything in real time or just at the end of the poll, yes, I just need to decide 1 date and time where this poll ends. So this is the very basic option, and the one I was showing you, that's why I'm showing you, is the most complicated one, this one, after a debate time. Okay, so what this means? It means that this debate time, of course, starts in the moment of activation, and in fact it's written here. Since the moment of the activation, this perfect choice will start and will stay in the debate phase until the date and time of end debate. That's why you have to put this time. And for example, here you put that the debate will last a week. It will end on the 21 of July at 10 a.m. Let's say you can put the end time. It's very precise. Okay. And here we have it. Then you need to program where when the poll starts, when the people can start to vote, which of course needs to be a time which is after this one. So minimum the system will allow 15 minutes time, so straight after, or you can have another week, for example. Okay, now there is no long discussion, but we will leave there a week for the people to think and make up their mind, maybe, or not as well. Then you have to decide when, of course, is the end of the voting, and you will give as much time as you want. For example, this will last when we start. Start on the 28th of 7, maybe we will last a month on the 27th of August at 10 o'clock, because I like 10 o'clock. Okay, will end. So the poll will be closed. No more voters will be allowed. No more vote will be allowed again. And the last timing, you remember, we put some option we want to be published after a suspense time. So we choose, for example, 2 days. After 2 days, at 10 this time, because I like this, the results will be, or some or any results, the one you choose it will be published at that time. All the others will be published the other time you choose. That's it. When you start to activate, the system will say, hey, look, once you confirm this, you cannot change anything else, and this thing will run by itself until the end. Doesn't matter who will vote, what you want, if it's wrong or not, doesn't matter, it will go. Okay, I will not start this because it's it's a draft, but again, I can find, in case I start this, on my dashboard here, if I have some active poll in process, will be shown here. Or if I have draft, see, I have draft here. These are drafted. For example, I enter crypto war tester November 20. I don't even remember what I was doing, but here, yeah, you see, I was doing this poll. I was programming this, but I never started. Okay, I put the text, whatever, but I never started. So this is draft sections. Well, that's it for now. I think I talked a lot. I explained a lot of things. Of course, we need a lot of programming, a lot of development, but for the people that is not aware of what we are doing, we are moving. And we are moving as well into blockchain environment, because at the moment, this website is under my responsibility. All the data are under my responsibility, under the laws, whatever else. But I honestly don't want your data. I don't want to read. I don't want to use it. I don't need those, but we need for the system. So once we will start to use the blockchain as well, everyone will be the owner of its own data, and I will no longer be the responsible of your data that I don't want to be as well. So and for whatever question, needs, debates, you want to try it, you want to experience it, I'll be glad to explain and answer to any of your questions. So contact me anytime, any place, wherever you want. Bye bye for now. See you later.